A girl picked up the large chicken leg in front of her, lifted her hair, and brought the meat towards the back of her head. In no time, she had devoured the chicken leg, leaving nothing behind. This was no ordinary orphanage. It was a place both magical and eerie. Every child living there possessed extraordinary abilities. There was the fire girl, whose hands could generate heat, and the nature girl, who could accelerate plant growth. The wind girl's body was lighter than air itself. Once she removed her specially crafted iron shoes, she could soar into the sky. Together, they lived in a castle trapped in a time loop, forever stuck on September 3rd, 1943. As a result, these children would never grow up, but they would also never see the world beyond the castle walls. Miss Peregrine, the mistress of the castle, had the power to control time and could transform freely between a human and a peculiar bird. Across the globe, there were many others like her, tasked with establishing children's homes to protect uniquely gifted youngsters from being hunted by massive man-eating monsters. One day, Jake set out to visit his grandfather, who lived alone, as he always did. However, his grandfather nervously warned him to stay away, insisting that it was far too dangerous. Jake, assuming his grandfather was suffering from senile dementia, disregarded the warning. Upon arriving, Jake discovered that his grandfather's eyes were missing. With his dying breath, his grandfather urged Jake to seek out the children's home he had mentioned, promising that all the answers could be found there. Perplexed and grieving, Jake suddenly spotted a colossal beast, which he initially believed to be a hallucination. The following day, he sought out a therapist, who assured him that these visions were merely figments of his imagination. However, Jake remained convinced of their reality. Not long after, Jake discovered an invitation to the enchanted castle among his grandfather's belongings. He recalled the tales his grandfather had spun during his childhood about a group of children with extraordinary abilities and a headmistress named Miss Peregrine, who could transform into a bird. Unable to resist his curiosity, Jake ventured to the island in search of this fabled castle. To his surprise, the innkeeper informed him that the enchanted castle had been destroyed by a missile strike back in 1943. Undeterred, Jake decided to explore the ruins himself. Despite a thorough search, he found no useful clues and was about to leave when he spotted the legendary superpowered children in the corridor. Startled, Jake fled but tripped on the stairs. When he regained consciousness, he found himself being carried by a little girl with incredible strength. Under the guidance of the gifted children, Jake traversed a time tunnel, transporting him back to 1943, where he finally laid eyes upon the enchanted castle his grandfather had described. Due to copyright restrictions, interested readers are encouraged to watch the original film, titled Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.